Welcome to another edition of Basketball Junkies. I'm Steve Sparky, Fifer from Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. Gery Woelfel sits over there, of course, from RacineSportsZone.com. And sitting between us, a Hall of Famer, Coach Bob Letsch from Racine St. Catharines, 8 state championships. So you got to tell me, how does it feel to have Hall of Famer next to your name now every time you get introduced?
It's just, I really basically didn't really want to go into the Hall of Fame.
Really?
I'm kind of a humble guy, and Chuck Wood and my two ADs, my former AD Tom Scheller and Chuck Wood are the ones that nominated me, it was a great honor. After you go through it, it's really a great honor to be amongst all the good basketball players.
Hey, before we go too far, I brought you guys a Christmas present in the spirit of Christmas. Come on, there you go.
We got to wear these hats now?
Don't say I ever didn't give you anything for Christmas, okay? It's like, El McGuire, you always bought somebody a drink. He said, don't come to my funeral, just buy me a drink.
Yeah, this seems professional now.
There
really
we
doesn't
go.
it?
Hey, here's the bill.
I don't even know if I
tried to give me the bill.
Hey,
Put the bill in front
he's
of
a
me.
legend. He can pay for that.
You got to pay for it.
They don't pay me over there, I'm not teaching anymore.
Who does?
So I never did get paid.
There you go.
Coach, when you started back in the early 70s,
1965.
right? When you started, and you were at St. Cat's, you were the freshman coach, and John McGuire, I believe, right, was the Hall of Fame coach,
Right.
and you were coming up underneath him. When you took over for him, and he was a Hall of Famer himself, did you see it going this long and this well when you first got into it?
I didn't know. I didn't think it was going to be that long. I mean, because I had chances to leave, and to go to public school and make more money, and I was offered a job as AD and head coach up north, but I forget the AD job because
Right.
they offered that to me 3 times at St. Catharines. And I turned it down in '79 or '90 when Coach McGuire was going to leave.
A very smart man.
Yeah, and then Scheller left in 2000, and Tarkowski left in 2008. And would you like that job? I said, no, I don't want that job. I enjoy coaching. I don't need the other. I mean, it's a tough job. I mean, being an athletic director is tough because you've got the whole program. I mean, you got the whole athletic program. And you got all the coaches, you got all the athletes. So and I just wanted to coach, but in 2004 when my wife died, I was thinking of because I was gonna retire when I was 62, and I was 60 at that time. But then she died in between, and I was thinking of giving it up and just relaxing. But then a couple of the players came and said, "Hey, Coach, don't leave." He said, "We'll be good for you." I said, "We'll work hard. We'll win and all that." And that was
nice.
That was one of the first. In 2005, that was when we were down with the Milwaukee Lutheran by 15 at halftime. I go,
Then you wondered, huh?
well, we ain't gonna win this one, well, we're not getting there this year, but maybe next. But then our kids came back and we win by 5. And after that game, I looked at those kids in the locker room. I said, "You guys, you had such big hearts. I mean, you're down 15 to a good Milwaukee Lutheran team, and I was just so proud of those kids. It was Cordero Barkley and Bostic and Bunch and the Matthews,
Sure.
Harzma, and the rest of them. But they played their hearts out, and then the following year I had them all back. I said, "Well, I ain't gonna quit now. this is gonna be nice, I got everybody back but Cordero, we went 27-0. I said, then the following year I lost everybody, so all I had left was Harzma and Suter. So I said, well, no one's gonna take this, and then Harzma he willed us, and Suter, and we wound up winning another one. Then the following year I had Suter and Thomas and Jarvis and Javar and those guys. And Suter blows out his knee, so then McWhorter as a sophomore has to take over his point. We get to the sectional finals, and Kawan Mitchell, I mean, he was so mad that we lost the year before.
Sure.
And
He
was ready for us. He said, "No way, he will." He said, "I ain't losing this game." And the way he played, he had 20-some points, and then the following year I had all those kids back, and then last year I just had McWhorter, and I brought up 9 kids from the JVs, 2 sophomores and 7 juniors, and I mean, McWhorter just molded him, you know, and,
Sure.
and you know, he's just such a great leader. It was fun. It was great to watch him play. He was on TV
Sure, right.
Saturday night
Yeah.
and then at the Conseco Field House, and Larry Bird, he's having a fit up in the stand. You know, they were down 3,
Yeah,
and then all of a
absolutely.
sudden, you know, he got to play. He played, you know, quite a bit.
Sure.
You know, so he's enjoying it. Because I know when I can't believe his coach, I can't even think of the head coach's name, but he left to go to with the guy from Creighton that got the Oregon job. He went as his top assistant.
Oh,
I go,
okay.
he gave up, you know, head
Right.
job to be an assistant, but they were buddies. And so then I called him. I said, you know, when the coach leaves, you got a chance you can leave too. And he said, no. He said, because the guy that recruited him
It's still there.
was the guy that got the head job. So then he said he really liked him, and he, you know, but it's not all about that though. It's about, you know, I asked him how your grades are, and his grades are great. And every one of the kids that, you know, played college ball or didn't play college ball went on to school. My biggest thing with him every time I see him is how your grades.
That's good.
You know, and everyone so far has graduated that has gone.
Uh-huh.
26 kids that have played college ball since '79 for me. Have all graduated.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
29 for 29.
Well, 26.
Yeah.
I mean, I still got McWhorter's there, Thomas
Sure,
is
sure,
there, the
guys.
Jarvis and Javar are still at
Mhm.
Parkside, and you know. So, but the other ones that have graduated. Reggie's going to graduate. Well, this month he graduates from Robert Morris,
Okay.
but then he'll have to work on another degree or
Sure.
master's because he's got to carry 12 credits to play the second semester. You know, Bostic is playing overseas. Lejeski's playing overseas,
Right.
and Bostic, Lejeski, and Levante.